41 degrees, 4:08 in the afternoon, Wednesday the 22nd. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Appreciate that. Wayne Anthony Ross, my guest, War, we call him. Appreciate you coming in today.
Good to be here, Eddie.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was really excited about your original appointment. We advocated here for you on the show. I know there's a lot of callers that and listeners here on the program that really enjoy and was happy about your appointment and all. And we're really frustrated, probably angry that you were not appointed. Obviously, you know, not everybody loves you. You know, you're an outspoken person. You stick up for what you believe in, and you have passion with it. And we also, specifically, your advocation for and defense of the right of the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. So we appreciate that.
Well, it was a very interesting experience.
Yeah, I bet. Tell us. Let's kind of start from the beginning. We've got an hour with you, and we'll go to 5 o'clock. We'll take phone calls and all. But tell us about how it happened. What was there a phone call? Was it a personal meeting between you and the governor? How did that go down?
Well, first of all, I had heard my name being circulated after Sarah got first elected as a potential attorney general, but she appointed Mr. Kohlberg. And then I got a call from the governor's chief of staff wanting to know if this was in March of this year, wanting to know if I wanted to come to work for the Department of Law. And I indicated that I had a good practice of law and that I'd be interested in the Attorney General's position if there was a vacancy, but that's probably the only way that I would do it. And lo and behold, several weeks later, Talis Kohlberg resigned, and I got a call asking me several weeks later whether I would still be interested, and I told them yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they said,
was this from Mike Nizick, the chief of staff? Yeah.
So I said, I'd probably need a couple of weeks to get my practice closed down, and he said, you got 3 days, be in Juneau on Monday. So
really? So
I had to scurry around and get my cases assigned to my partner and my associates, and went down to Juneau and met with the governor and met with Mike Nizick and governor's staff people, and got taken over to the Department of Law and shown the office down there and got to meet the attorneys, and there's some great attorneys working down there. I was very impressed with them. And I got to meet my secretary and learned where the men's room was and how the communication system works with the computer and the telephones, and they indicated they have to have some confirmation hearings, so they were going to have hearings in front of the Senate and the House a week or two later. In the meantime, the first thing that happened was there was a letter circulated by a lady named Burton, who claimed I was in some meeting in 1991, and she overheard me say some despicable things. I was never at that meeting, to the best of my knowledge, and I certainly would never say things like that. They were anti-women, and I've been married to the same lady for 41 years, and
they just pull out all stops, don't they?
It was pretty vicious.
Pretty despicable actions, I think, that for some legislators to take issue at the hearings, and then also on the floor of the House to publicly take you on about things with no evidence or no, it just it was pretty despicable act.
You wonder why people don't get involved in public service when you go through the things that I went through.
Governor Palin called it politics of self-destruct, or not, politics of what is it, destruction, personal destruction. Yeah, and it's just I thought it was coined. We have some breaking news here. In fact, let's
Breakland News Special Report on Smart Radio AM 700 KBYR.
An ethics complaint against Governor Sarah Palin was filed this afternoon, asserting the Palin's involvement, Governor Palin's involvement with Sarah PAC constitutes, quote unquote, outside employment and misuse of official position. Anchorage resident Sandra Tompkins, bet you she won't come on this show, child disability advocate and a mother of a special needs child, is filing the complaint after observing Governor Palin repeatedly display a pattern of unethical behavior. Sandra believes that the tipping point for her was Sarah Palin's most recent abdication of her role as governor and apparent conflict of interest when she spoke at 2 outside events in Indiana rather than work with the Alaska legislature during the most critical time of the end of session. You have an immediate response to that?
You bet. Governor Palin's probably one of the best governors we've ever had, and she's a very dedicated lady, and she's done us a great job by getting Alaska even on the national circuit. And when I got down there, I just saw that she's just being nibbled at by a bunch of ducks almost. These people that look for any type of way to get their name before the news, or don't like to see somebody else being successful, are filing ethics complaints against her and Freedom of Information Act requests against her. And then they complain she can't get her job done, but she's having to respond to all this bogus stuff that's coming out.
This stuff is just ridiculous. I mean, I don't mean to take us off track here for a minute, but she spent personally $500,000. The state spent a few $1 million on all this. I mean, what's in it for people like this lady? I mean, she got me to read it, so
you got her name out there.
Yeah, she's a big deal today. She got her name read. Other people, Miss Beagle has done some. Andre McLeod has done some. I mean, it is really just I call them the drive-by. They're just drive-by terrorists. They just drive by and throw things on the doorstep, and then what happens is they won't come on here and respond to any of this. I mean, they'll go on some shows that you could put all their listeners in a phone booth, but they won't come on this one to where they really get asked some tough questions like Miss Beagle and Miss Andre McLeod. I'll just throw it out there, and I'll bet you, a steak dinner, Sandra. What's her name? Sandra. What the heck? What's her name? Sandra something. Sandra Thompson. Is that it? Yeah, she won't come on this show either and really handle some tough questions.
So it's really sad what I saw down there, to see a lady as vibrant and good spirited as Sarah Palin, just constantly attacked. And I saw it when the Democrats were trying to fill the vacancy, and the governor was trying to fill a vacancy for the Juneau seat, and she submitted. She was given one name and one name only from the Democrats because they wanted to pick who it was.
They wanted Beth Kurtula.
Yeah, and she opened it up to anybody that wanted to apply, and she got about 15 applicants, and she picked what she thought was the best one. Mm-hmm. They rejected that, so she picked another one. They rejected that, and then she gave them 3 names, and then they criticized her by claiming that what she did was improper by giving 3 names, that she should have only given them 1 name. And it's one of those deals where they criticize you no matter what you do. And
but they're good at it.
Well, they're very good at criticizing.
They're very good at it. And I tell you, us conservatives, Wayne, we fail at that test. We're not.
We have a conscience. That's the problem.
I guess so. Here, let's take a couple calls. I know Mary's been waiting for a while. 274-5297. Mary, you're on Wayne Anthony Ross.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
I just wanted to tell you that I am so disappointed that you didn't get confirmed, but I know that you're going to be heading up the causes that you hold dear to your heart with the Second Amendment and right to life. And I just wanted to tell you that I certainly was disappointed that the legislature was so political about this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mary. I appreciate the kind words. And my wife put it, she said, that's just another chapter for the book that you're writing. So I said, I said, you still got food in the refrigerator so I can come home? And she said, come on home. I haven't even sold your desk. So I'm back at my same old desk.
Thank you, Mary. Appreciate that. Let's go to